Welcome to Lined Musings. I recently purchased this Superior Labour utility pouch, and I just wanted to take you through my stationery reorganisation and also unboxing of this new stationery pouch. And I got this from the Stationery selection. I've actually been waiting for this one to come back in stock, and so have quite a few others, it seems. It just came back in stock recently and I went for it immediately. So here's a few bits and pieces that the Stationery selection have included in this order. A card, a die cut sticker, a little note here from Mitz. I also absolutely adore her content. I will pop a link of it down below, but I'm sure you've all encountered her before. And she's also included this thank you note. So sweet. And as usual, the Superior Labour products always come with a dust bag and a leather tag as well. I'll just quickly show you the print here on the dust bag. And it's got their little quote here: "We take pride in craftsmanship and never skimp on time and effort." Okay, now for the big reveal. Here she is, the Superior Labour utility pouch in the light brown colour. And I am loving the texture of this leather as well. It's not necessarily too soft and not too rough either. And there are two zips with these leather pulley tabs, I guess. And I'll just show you the front here with the logo and the Made in Japan text, and again that quote. I am just loving the colour of this and also the texture. I'm always drawn to this colour. It reminds me of Galen Leather Crazy Horse Brown. Now, if I recall, there are two pockets in this pouch. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, there we go. We have a zipper pocket and also a pocket with a flap on the right hand side. And it surprisingly has a lot more space than it looks like it does. Yeah, there's lots of space there. We'll test that out in just a moment. And in this right hand side, there is a pocket with a flap. And then we have this little logo here on this patch, which I love. It just adds some character to the inside of this pouch. And now let's fill up this case with some stationery. I have been using this TSL pouch and also this Absent Studio tote bag with these slots, which has been totally functional, but I guess I just wanted to change the scenery and a different way to store my stationery. So I know I want to use this left-hand side for my everyday essentials, so I'll just transfer them from here. This one here is my glue stick, which I really quite like. I love the aesthetic of it, and the glue is perfectly functional. I'll pop links down below on all of the products that are featured here. This here is a Sandbee stamp pad with some Eric Small Things illustrations. Here's another Kokuro product. It is a glue tape dispenser, and it just opens up like this, and you glide it across and you can close it up like this as well. And this is a little pad I got from Daiso that I just use for backing when I am using my stamps. This is just some white correction tape. I don't use it too much because most of my paper is cream. So this is the one I actually use a lot, and it is perfectly sized for a 4mm grid. And we have a pair of scissors. This is my smaller pair of scissors and it is by Penco. Let's just see if that fits. does, but he's starting to feel a little full in here. I'll just see if I can move these around. And I do have one more item in this pencil case. It is my eraser. Let's see if we can close this up. We can, which is great. It is quite full. Just check to see if it's easy to actually access the things in here. I mean, I was able to fit in everything that was in this pouch before, so I'd say that's quite good. Okay, now on the right hand side with the flap here, I didn't really have any plans for it, so let's try some things out. I've got my Winsor & Newton watercolor palette and this little water brush. Could be my watercolor pocket. I'll pop in the Fudenosuke as well. That fits in, that's good. So we could have the essentials on the left and watercoloring tools on the right. I like the idea of that. I'll just take them out and have a play, see what else I could put in here. I have a little Dolce Vita tin that could not fit in there, but it does fit in the pouch, which is nice. And I've got some fountain pens here. They would definitely fit, but it'd be nice to see how sturdy they would be in this pocket. So we have my newest edition, the 1911S, my Sailor Manyo nuts, and my Meigetsu Sailor Pro Gear Slim, and my Sailor Pro Gear Slim in the Grateful Green. So they'd be protected with this flap here, and we have no issues with space. I guess that could work, but I would prefer something a bit more sturdy and secure for my fountain pens, at least for these ones, as they are quite expensive to me. I'll just pop them back in this Galen leather pen pouch. And we'll just go through my Absent Studio tote, see if there's anything else that might be handy in this slot. I guess I have my washi samplers in this pouch here, which I actually use quite a lot, so it'd be nice to have them readily available. And they fit perfectly in this pouch. That's a good option. I really like being able to have my washi samplers easily available and with my everyday essentials. It'd be also good to test out my Tombow markers, which are in this Kiki K pencil case. I've always struggled to put these in a case because they're quite long, but let's have a look. Yeah, too tall for this TSL pouch. Back in my trusty Kiki K pencil case you go. Let's see, what else have we got here? I've got some acrylic stamp blocks that I use quite a lot. I guess they could go in there, but they'd get lost at the bottom. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll chuck in a stamp pad as well. I mean, it fits, which is nice. I mean, you could even add a few of these Shachihara stamp pads. They fit perfectly in the pouch. But I think it would get fiddly to have to remove all of these items. I think they need to be pens, to be honest, or something tall. Just seeing what other options I have here in my pouches and in my desk. Okay, so we have some of my paint brushes and brushes I use for swatching fountain pen inks. They look like they'll fit, maybe not that tall one, but the others maybe? Nope. yeah, I guess that's not an option. Sorry, I'm being so indecisive with what I want to put in this right hand side pocket. But at least you're unintentionally getting a tour of all my pouches. This one here is my Delphonics pouch with a couple cute pins on it. And in here I have some more watercolor pens and also my Caran d'Ache watercolor crayons. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, I went on a bit of a shopping spree with watercolor pans and tools and accessories, but I haven't even had a chance to use them so much just yet. These are my Ruko Paints pans. Just checking if this will fit in there. And it does. Surprisingly, I didn't think it would. But there you go. I'll just chuck in that watercolor brush and the Fudonoscape pen again. Yeah, that works out well as well. I guess I have the option of my more expensive and high quality watercolor paints, or even these Caran d'Ache ones, and then there's the Winsor & Newton ones I showed you before. I guess it's good to at least demonstrate that there are so many options for ways that you could use this pouch. For now, I'm going to settle with my Winsor & Newton palette with the watercolor brush and the Fudonoscape pen, because that just fits in really nice and snug, and hopefully it will encourage me to use them daily. This left hand side is actually quite chunky, so I might just remove this white correction tape, because that's not one I use too often. So I think that is what I'm going to settle with. You've got my tools on the left hand side, my essential tools, and I know those are the ones I use pretty much daily for my planning and journaling. And on the right hand side, I will leave my watercolor palette and watercolor essentials, just to encourage myself to use them more on a daily basis as well. And it looks like there's still so much space. I mean, technically, I guess you don't need to put everything in the pockets. You could leave them outside of the pockets and it could still fit in the pouch. And that's pretty much all I really wanted to show you. I probably showed you more than I had intended, but now you got a glimpse into all of the cases and pouches that I have at my disposal. Probably one too many. But thank you for sticking around and watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. Until next time, bye.